That off, and the Grade 1 Unibet Morgiana Hurdle. Straight into the lead goes the big prize outsider, Feasted Dairy, turning in, good 4 lengths in front of State Man, returning winner of last year, is followed by Pied Piper, dropped in the mare Echoes and Rain. Round the bend for the first of 8 flights, and the leader is Feasted Dairy, Sam Ewing, by a good 5 lengths to State Man, and Paul Townend third is Pied Piper, and Jack Kennedy fourth of the 4. Approaching flight 1 is Echoes and Rain and Danny Mullins. Feasted Dairy at the first, far from slick over it, maintains a 5 lead over State Man, Pied Piper and Echoes and Rain in single file, passing the winning post, going uphill to flight number 2. Feasted Dairy by 5 lengths to the long odds on favourite State Man, and third is Pied Piper with the back marker Echoes and Rain. Continuing uphill to the turn, just after which they will jump flight number 2. Feasted Dairy with a slightly reduced advantage over State Man, and third is Pied Piper. Last time second in the English Zazarowicz, and the back marker remains Echoes and Rain. Flight number 2 at the top of the track. Feasted Dairy, good 4 lengths up on State Man. Third is Pied Piper, and then Echoes and Rain. Downhill they go to flight number 3. Order unchanged. It's Feasted Dairy cutting out the running from State Man, Pied Piper, Echoes and Rain. Mare's champion winner here at the festival. The next flight will be the third, bringing them into the back straight in the Unibet Morgiana Grade 1 Hurdle. Feasted Dairy, tracked by State Man in the checks, and then Pied Piper and Echoes and Rain, the downhill flight number 3, which brings them into the back straight and to the halfway stage. Another 5 flights left to jump. It's Feasted Dairy making the turn with a reduced lead of 3 lengths over State Man, who dominated the domestic scene last season, winning 4 Grade 1s, and then Pied Piper and Echoes and Rain. Still in the same order from the time they started, Feasted Dairy, followed by State Man, Pied Piper and Echoes and Rain. First of 2 flights in the back straight. Feasted Dairy, stoked by State Man, Pied Piper next, and then Echoes and Rain. Feasted Dairy, a couple of lengths to good over State Man. Pied Piper in the red and white last but 1. The back marker remains Echoes and Rain. A little more tightened up, last on the back straight, which is 4 from the finish. Feasted Dairy from State Man, Pied Piper and Echoes and Rain. Just over 5 furlongs to go, 3 flights left to jump, and it's Feasted Dairy, all the while coming back to State Man, who's within a length and a half, something similar of a margin back to the third running Pied Piper. Echoes and Rain is closing up, last of the 4 with 3 to jump. Feasted Dairy by a length and a half to State Man. In third place is Pied Piper. Jump closer to Pied Piper and then Echoes and Rain. They've really tightened up. 3.5 furlongs to go as they return to their point of departure. This is the second last. Feasted Dairy from State Man, who's poised on the outside, and then Pied Piper and Echoes and Rain. The quartet covered by 3 lengths as they run the home turn. 1 flight left to jump, and it's State Man looming on the outside. Shooting through on the rail is Pied Piper. Feasted Dairy fades, and round the outside is Echoes and Rain. The picture is changing, passing the 2. 1 flight left, and State Man hits the front from Echoes and Rain. On the inside is Pied Piper, leaving behind Feasted Dairy into the final flight. It is State Man over the last from Echoes and Rain. In third is Pied Piper, and then Feasted Dairy. 150 yards to go, and it is State Man dominating successive Unibet Morgianas for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. A cracking day 1 treble for them. Echoes and Rain follows the inner stable companion, Feasted Dairy and Pied Piper third and fourth.
All very straightforward indeed for State Man, who wins the Morgiana Hurdle once again under Paul Townend. 6-1 on favourite. He returns, and really it was all over. Going into the home turn, Paul was still holding on to plenty of horse at that stage, and even though Pied Piper got a nice run through on the inside, Don, he quickly settled the issue here on the run down to the final flight. All told, How happy were you with the winner's performance?
You have to be, Gary. Look, he did everything very easily, very comfortably. It was all fairly straightforward. I've probably seen him jump better, but it's his first run of the season, so yeah, I'm sure he'll sharpen up in terms of jumping, but he jumped adequately. He just needed to put in a safe round, and that's exactly what he did. He moved up nicely on the outside, and Echoes and Rain, she travelled well into the race. She threatened on the outside, but it always looked like State Man was travelling better. Paul Townend was holding on to plenty.